Hi everybody! And welcome back to Let's Play Betrayal at Krondor. And we just arrived in the town of LaMut, where we're going to make a stop for the night on our long way to Krondor. And the town menu works pretty much like this. You just hover over the buildings, and the ones who actually do something, or you can do something at, are highlighted with a description like this is the shop, this is the tavern, and I don't think LaMut has anything more. Does it have two taverns? No, it's just the one. And you can... yeah, that's basically it. And let's just enter the town. A guard met them at the gate. By the color of his skin and the musical way he spoke, the man seemed to have Tsirani background, though it was also possible he was originally Kashian by nationality. Staring at them dispassionately, he barred their way. "No entry," the guard said, shaking his head. "You may come back at daybreak." "We're just looking to..." "No entry," the guard replied. "No exceptions." Great, I'd forgotten about that. Can we go into the tavern? Can we? Oh, we can! So that was just, wait a second, can we go out again? No? No. I want to leave. How can I leave? Damn it, oh, exit. There we go. There's obviously some things I need to get acquainted. I think this is just the castle where we can enter at daybreak. The city itself, the town itself, we're free to visit. Let's go to the shop first. The shop was closed. We'll have to come back for business tomorrow. Alright. So let's just go to the tavern again. And, well, we don't have much money. I didn't see... Let's just talk to the people first. Let's talk to the innkeeper here. Sumani clapped twice. Abruptly, the festive mood of the room died, the clank of goblets and the scrape of plates falling silent as the bartender shuffled between benches to bow at Locklear's feet. Touching the gnarled fist to his forehead, then to his heart, he spoke somberly.
Honors to your houses.
Be welcome to the Blue Wheel Inn. May you find the drinks to your liking and the company of our patrons pleasurable. If there is anything our servants or I may do, you need only ask Sumani. Honors to your house as well, Sumani. Am I correct in believing this is a drinking establishment? So it is. We serve many of your Midkimian drinks as well as a few from the Tsurani Empire as well. Perhaps I might interest you in your cup of chocha. Let's ask about him. Why did you decide to come to Midkimia and open an inn anyway? Surely you would get better business on Calawan. I was not always a tavern keeper. As a soldier serving House Shinzawai under Earl Kasumi, I was trapped here when the Rift Gate was collapsed at the end of the Rift War. It was our belief that we could never again see our families in the Tsurani or the green skies of Calawan again. Yeah, basically, from what I know of the lore and the setting, men came to this world from interdimensional portals and from different places, so that's what... I don't know, that's what he might be talking about. But Tsurani warriors traditionally kill themselves if they are in danger of falling captive to an enemy. I probably should give him a Japanese accent, not whatever accent I'm giving him, but no matter! This is true, Lord, but the Earl informed us that we were forbidden to dispatch ourselves until given leave to do so by a Great One. I believe in Midkimia you would call such a one a magician. Until such a time I content myself with running the Blue Wheel Inn. I've heard that the permanent rift gate to Calawan is located near here. I was hoping we could get a glimpse of it. There would be little to see at the moment. An internal conflict has arisen in the Empire between House Akoma and House Anasati. The Assembly of Magicians have ordered the temporary interruption of transport between the Empire and the Kingdom of the Isles until such time the conflict is resolved. I've been assured the measure is temporary. I don't know what that is about. You said you were a soldier with the Tsurani forces. Would you be interested in teaching us some of your combat techniques? It would be my honor, Lord, but I will require a small fee for my services. If my armor were to be damaged, I would be ill-prepared otherwise, to pay for its repair. 75 sovereigns! You, sir, drive a hard bargain. We don't have that much money. Yes. Armor repair? If your armor was the same as mine, I would suggest trying the garrison, but kingdom armor is made a different way. I would think perhaps the dwarves of the MacMorden Cadal would be of assistance. I understand from speaking to Dubal that the small ones are gifted when it comes to the manufacture of weapons and armor. That is a good pointer. Thank you. Yes, we honor you. Yes, stop it already. We're done talking, Locklear. So, there's a dwarven city near here, and I want to visit that. Let's talk to that dude.
Ah, what is it now?
Yeah, that's a dwarf. He's Scottish, of course, like all dwarves are. The dwarf drew on his pipe. Languid smoke plumed from the old codger's mouth as he studied Locklear, Owen, and Gareth each in turn. Although he had long ago lost the use of his left eye to a marveled sword stroke, his right eye still burned brightly beneath his bushy eyebrows. Hey, being as a dwarf never forgets as much as his own name. Can I recognize a strapping young man before me, who last I saw was a boy? No slight intended, but I fear I don't recall the occasion. As like the rest of you human kin, none among you can remember much past a week. If not for we canny dwarves, we would have forgotten that you have a kingdom at all. I fetched you out of a cellar along with a score of womenfolk at the Battle of Sethanon. Don't you remember me, Lucky? Well, of course, glad to see you. I hadn't recognized you without the eye patch. Lucky, I'm going to remember that. What's a dwarf to do? I won this scratch fair and square, and I'll be a dragon's mother before I'll cover it up again. Shouldn't have done so in the first place. Now I just sit here to jabber with the loon of its Irani bartender and have me a few beers. Not much to do with the MacMorden Canal all collapsed. A Brack Nur has been seen down there. They'll be offering a hefty reward for its slaying. I might you if tradition holds too. Something of a challenge, as they are fierce beasties, even by dwarven standards. I've heard tales of these creatures of stone. Thank you, Dubal. Alright, one more reason to visit the Dwarven City. That's the barmaid. She has things to sell. Rations and, yeah, I don't really want to indulge in drink, simply because it's just thrown away money at this point. We don't have that much of it. No, not even a glass of ale. And we do have enough rations for the time being. So that's fine. Who are you? The man scowled. Apparently far more intent on something going on across the common room, he seemed uninterested in Locklear's repeated attempt to chat. You want to be my friend? At last he glanced up and gave an exasperated sigh. What exactly do you want? Just a little friendly talk, Locklear said, with a companionable smile. News, gossips, a song perhaps? Well, go and find a bloody jongleur then and leave me be. I've got better things to do than entertain every jackaboot that comes through that door. But, it's far too early to hit the hay. Since we have ONB trained as a bard, somewhat, let's have him play. It's bound to be interesting. Okay, he fades miserably. Owen struggled with the lute. As soon as he had begun to play, he felt he was not so much playing a song as he was wrestling a beast 100 times his size. Numerous times the songs eluded him, slipped out of his reach only to fall into an obscure pit of noise. Out, out, out! The tavern keeper urged, yanking the lute from Owen's hands. Be glad this crowd isn't in a worse mood. Give them time to calm down and then you can come back. But only if you're coming back for food. Okie dokie. So we're thrown out of the inn, which means that his barding skills leave something to be desired. Basically, you can grind the skill, I think, by simply going in and out again and playing it every time. I'm going to try one more time, I believe. Let's... No, same result. We're getting thrown out a second time. Owen just sucks. Well, enough fun for one night. I think people are going to get physical if this continues. So let's just get a bed for the night. 5 sovereigns. Which is a lot, but still, and we can't louse the beds, and there's the chamber pot for us. So yes, sign us in for the night. Rooms upstairs. Have a good rest. Room was cramped. Yes, see you all in the morning, and we spent a good night here, which is good because our stamina now is not in danger of getting out unless let's play the loot again before we leave. And he throws us out. Very well, this is going to happen a lot, I think. But at some point he's going to be good at it, and then we can earn money on the road by doing that. Oh, how nice. Let's first pay a visit to the shop. There's not going to be anything we can buy with that money. Let's see. We could... No, not really. At some point I want a crossbow. Bowstrings, torch, eventually. No. No. Yeah, you need bowstrings to repair crossbows. I'm tempted. What do you have? Tempted to buy another torch, but then again, pretty much everything else we have we can't sell because well, yes, we could sell this armor here. Yeah. 1 sovereign and 5 royals. Why the hell not? We don't need it. Also, 959. We're going to keep this one as a backup sword, but we can sell this one. 2 sovereigns and 6 royals, yeah. Most of the stuff... Oh, what the hell, let's sell it too. 3 sovereigns, yeah. That still doesn't give us enough to buy anything decent, but hey, I'm going to buy... Let's haggle. Buy my price or be off with you. Yeah, nobody's really good at haggling. And now he won't sell it to us anymore. Great. Success. And we can repair stuff. So I think we're going to do that. Just trying to find what vendors still about today. He repairs crossbows. Yes. Yes. Do you repair other things too? How about no? Out of my experience, no. Okay, he doesn't repair anything that we have. Does he repair? No. Maybe sometimes it's just because the condition is too high for him to do anything more, but I don't know if that's the case here. Well. Balls. There's nothing for us to be doing here. Which is fine, we don't really need anything. Let's try and enter the castle. Or the garrison. It was impressive! Sitting high on a hill overlooking LaMut, the military outpost had been constructed years earlier to head off a possible Mortal assault on the western border of the kingdom. They followed a road that snaked through town and up the rocky hill upon which the garrison sat. After speaking with the sentries at the gate, they were led down the fortress's massive iron portcullis. Captain Belfort stood as they entered the room. "It's good to see you again, Lockie," he said, and extending his hand. "I share that sentiment. What news have you? How is old Kasumi?" Lockie asked as the men shook hands. They sat in hard wooden chairs as Belfort replied. "He's well, but he's off taking care of some business with a few new guards come through the rift from Calavan. As for the rest of us, we're looking for a group of grey warriors from Calavan who slipped through the roof just before it closed." I have no idea what accent this is. Don't ask me. Lockley looked a little puzzled. King Liam and Emperor Inchita granted the grey warriors freedom and new status in the kingdom. Yes, but the agreement doesn't allow for the nationalization of stolen goods. Seems they may have absconded with valuable ruby from Makala's entourage, said Belfort. Makala? The tyranny great one? Owen asked. Belfort smiled. Yes, he's been talking to Prince Arutha about establishing... I'm just stopping it. This is silly. I don't even know what I want him to sound like. A permanent rift from Court Strait between the kingdom and Calawan. He's really throwing his weight around, trying to get his ruby back. If you should happen to come across it, bring it back here. He's offering you a reward. Thank you. That's everything we can do here, I think. So, the party's barding ability has increased. Well, if you say so, game. He's bound to have learned something of that. And it always says that the party's skill increases, but really just Owen's skill increases here because the others weren't tagged, and here's the highest one. So let's head south. So we're on the lookout for that ruby that got stolen, which we can turn in for the reward. And we're also on the lookout for the dwarven city, which we don't really know where it is. Is it on the map? I don't know. No, but I think it's somewhere in these mountains here, if I recall correctly. It's not that. We might, if there's a little road heading off west, then I think we're going to take it. For now, let's just keep on keeping on. And also, I'm going to keep an eye out for possible, well, ambushes and chests that may be laying around somewhere here. But I think things are going to... Well, let's save it. That's also a good idea. Things are going to be fairly quiet for a while now, I think. And now is basically the time where we need to decide which way we're going to head in general terms. For now, we pretty much don't have much choice but to go straight south, but this is going to change soon. By the way, those of you that know the game will... there's a box over there. Will point out if I'm missing boxes or secrets somewhere. Well, that may be true, but I don't want to do a perfect run of this. There's walkthroughs for that. I just want to enjoy and not be completely obliterated. And it appears to be locked. Yes, we shall try to open it. Now Locklear is going to try to unlock it. And it works! As the old saying goes, locks are for children and fools, Locklear said. After a few seconds he flipped the picklocks into the air and caught them again. I am no fool. They call me Lucky. And we get, wonderful, a torch and a sword and armor in decent condition. Very nice. It's even better than what here is. Well, let's just give it to Gorath and the other one. At this point we're just switching through. At some point we're going to be able to repair them ourselves, which should be reasonably soon. And this is slightly better than what you have right now. Owen can't use a sword, I think. I think he needs to use a staff. Now, that was nice. Now, the rewards or the things that are in the boxes are going to get gradually better. Right now, this is leading west. This might be what leads to the dwarven mine, I think it is. And they also, they have a reward out for some kind of stone monster, which is probably going to be way out of our league, but we're going to try and kill for the reward. What could possibly go wrong? This is maybe getting us west where we want to go. Possibly to the dwarven city. And the dwarves are pretty much friendly. The dwarves and the men, they get along in this game, in this universe. Elves and men, not so much. Elves and dwarves, as usual, don't get along at all. Yeah, this looks like a mine. Let's get in here. Can we? Okay. A sulphurous stench was in the wind. This must be the Macmodine Cadal, Locklear said, his eyes glazing as he lost himself in thought. I knew it was somewhere close. As I recall, Mac is dwarven for mine or cave or something like that. Now, considering the dwarves are no friends of the Morrow, though, there might be some assistance to us, assuming they don't take exception to Gorath here. Do we investigate or not? Yes, we do. The tunnels were damp, though the silver seemed earthen. Roof? Stretched? Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I just didn't get the syntax there. Though the silver seemed earthen roof with stretched over their heads was tall enough that they didn't have... What? Okay. So we're in here. Yeah. We're going to need a torch soon, but first let's see if we can find somebody. It's pretty dark. There are torches on the wall, but... Sparks rocketed down the corridor. Slamming Owen flat against the mineshaft walls, Locklear narrowly leapt for cover himself as something skidded along the rocky floor. Abruptly, the glowing cone of fire winked out of existence as it collided with an unseen wall. After several long heartbeats, the seigneur peeled himself away from the wall, just in time to meet the gaze of a short tree stump of a man. They don't like to be called
I thought I had a black
men.
noodle.
And there's a dwarf. A bloody awful hammer. You'd best have a demon in your bones. You have come to take a whack at killing the beastie, have you not? Beastie? Beastie, aye. Half a week ago we heard something fair as awaying in the mine, terribly cold like. Of course the dwarf knows the same instant whether he's heard it before or not. Braknur. Curs of every whole delver since first dwarves took up hammers. I've never heard of them. No one has in quite a while, laddie. There hasn't been a Braknur in the upper mines for well since Delong the Great laid claim to the kingdom of the Isles. He means Scotland. We thought we'd lie low with a lot of them, but the kobolds are stirring them up on their quest. Kobolds? Your folk call them gnomes. They used to worship a dragon what lived down here, but when the dragon disappeared, they thought the dwarven folk hid him away. Every now and again, the leader Fadenir takes the notion to undertake a holy quest to find him. This time they must have woke up a clutch of Braknur. Now the Nur have collapsed the main passage and killed 30 of our kin. We have a reward to whoever can do it in, if you're of a mind to have the spirit that is. What are those things? I'm not saying we're interested in killing your Braknur, but if we were looking for it, what would it look like? Half again you're right, and I made of stone like living rock they are. From out their nostrils they breathe a green mist, but I'd be wary of getting too close to look, for they'd drop a boulder on your head sure enough. We've already had a few bravos what's come in and try at killing the beastie, but there's not much they've been able to do themselves beyond get themselves so mangled they need the help of a temple. I'd be as wary of them as I would be of the beastie. They, none of them, want else but to claim the gold that we've offered to the creature's lair. Temples? The way things have been going... He's not the Scottish person. The way things have been going for us recently, for us we would do well to seek a little help at the temples as well. We're the closest ones. We dwarves don't much dawdle outside the great towers or Stone Mountain, but as I ken, there's the temple of Killian twixt Zun and Hawk's Hollow. I think there also might be a temple of Ishid here close, but I can't recall exact where that would be. You need temples basically for teleporting and for resurrecting people. Baki brought the blue wheel in and LaMut suggested you might be able to repair our armor. If we weren't digging ourselves out of this pretty mess, we could do something for you. But we're all tied up to a man. Pardon me saying so, but we got problems a bit more pressing than dealing with dented armor. You meant to try a hermit what lives near Ox Hollow. He's gained something of a reputation for himself over the past few years. Swords? If you can't repair our armor, do you at least think you could do something about our swords? I hate to be difficult, but we're really in a crucial situation. Well, we're really not. Are you deaf, laddie? I told you before, we haven't the time to go repairing the things at the moment. We're in crucial situations ourselves if you haven't noticed. We'd be willing to pay you. I'm sure you would, just as sure as you know the dwarves below would be willing to pay to get from out of the rock. It's a question of time. Time! Ah! Look, if I show you a trick to sharpening your swords, will you promise not to be bothering anybody else in the mine? I think I can turn a handful of sovereigns to advantage in LaMut and hire a few strong backs. My word of honor. No, we don't have that kind of money. Whatever you like. Okie dokie, let's say goodbye to him. Yes, thank you for your time. Yes. Perhaps we'll meet again. I hope so. Now, mines like those, they're basically the dungeons of the game. They're not randomly generated, but they're mazes. And the maps are not of much help. Let's take a look. See, because you can't scroll. It's just important, basically, if you're me, which luckily for yourself you aren't, you can get lost in those things. If you remember from which side you entered, then it's not so bad, but I usually forget to note that. Which, sure as hell I'm going to do now. We came in from the east, so I'm going to write that down, and then I won't... Sometimes I draw little maps of my own, so I know where to leave again, but I'm not going to do that because, hey, getting lost can be fun. Okay, and we're not going to... The torches, I'm going to try to save them. You know about you guys, I can see a bit. It might get darker further in, but for the time being, I'm happy with that. Yeah, there's no torches anymore here, so it's bound to get really dark. It's plenty dark. And we're heading for huge creatures made of rock. Well, what the hell, let's use a torch. No. Oh, it's 5 of them, alright. I didn't notice that. All better. And, of course, you know me, I'm going to hug the left wall, because hugging the left wall always works. Watch my Daggerfall LP. It always works. Oh, awkward navigating. Need to turn at exactly the right moment. There we go. Hugging the left wall. Oh, how fun. Something down there. Exploring those places can lead to great treasure, and it also can lead to a quick demise. Let's hope at least one of those things happens. One would be helpful, one would be fun. Okie dokie. I don't know, I think when I played this first, I actually managed to kill the rock people or person, I don't know how many they are, by chance. And I think I get a decent reward for it, so I'm going to try to do it. We may get completely... I mean, we're basically worthless when it comes to combat, but still, hey. And I don't know if Despair Thy Eyes and Blindness by works on it. Where does this go? It's locked tight. Think we should take a shot at opening it? Yes. Lockmaker knew what he was doing. Can't open it. Try again. Snapped. So much for that pair of picklocks. Well, we're not going to try anymore. We need our lockpicks. And I think... I don't know if that's the way to the monsters, but I doubt they locked the door behind them, so... I don't know. I could try until... You can use random keys to try on those locks too, and sometimes they work. But usually they break as well. And I'm just not willing to sacrifice all my lockpicks, because there might be something I absolutely have to get in. So I'm going to need to have at least one lockpick at all times. This is what I'm going for. And I'm going to explore the rest of this place, and we can always come back if we feel like we need to. I don't know. I don't really remember about that door or where it leads, or if we need to go through it. we'll see. And I think we were hugging the left wall, weren't we? And I'm going to end the video now. There we go. I'm going to end the video now, and as soon as I manage to get this turn right. There we go. And whenever we come back, we're going to continue hugging the left wall and look for the something or other stone monster and then claim the reward or get killed by it. Until then, take care, have fun, take care of yourselves, be well, and have fun. Bye bye.